Hi and welcome to another Brecon Mountain Railway video. We haven't done for quite a while, so apologies for that. And I'm joined here by Ioan Lord, who is the historian and archivist at the Vale Idle Railway. You've seen him before with the history videos here. And today, Ioan has brought his wellies and we're going to go for a bit of adventure. Where are we today?
Torpantau station.
Excellent.
I know that much.
So we're going to go and explore, but in the meantime, there's a train.
Yes, we'll watch the train come in, then we'll have a little wander. So question, if the original station is over there, we're going to look at that in a bit, why was it rebuilt here?
So when the railway shut in 1965?
64, 65,
Yeah. One of the first things that happened was that the local authority wanted to make the road more accessible. So they cut through the railway and
realign the
road, which basically cut the railway in half.
Okay.
So the railway went, they thought, oh, happy days. And we'll talk about the road in a little bit, but that's why. So Tony Hills, the founder, managed to buy this piece of land next to the and we actually own the other side as well.
Right, okay.
So we own that car park the other side and the track bed into the tunnel, through the tunnel, 150 yards later. You don't own that bit, but that's the LRR goes that far. So this was basically his land, and he took the pragmatic and easy option of let's just build a terminus. Now, until last year, this was it. A couple of benches, a sign, and a dog poo bin, okay, which is always nice. But last year, the first time in 100 years, we built a platform shelter. So we do get a lot of people getting off here, and we'll go for a walk. So you can get to Penavon from here.
Oh, okay.
And when they come back, it's nice for them to have a modicum of shelter from what can be a little bit inclement.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Or even the sun, keep the sun off. So that's worth, we got a Visit Wales weatherproofing grant last year, and that's what came of that. So that's
lovely.
Really smart. So that's why it was here.
Yeah, and this opened in 2014, am I right?
I believe so, yeah. I think it would have been ready quite a bit of time before that, but Tony was holding back for some reason. We might have to get details on that. But yeah, this transformed it, because until then, the railway had only run to Dolagaya, which was a bit of something and nothing.
Yeah.
But what did change is that the Young, which is now in Aberystwyth, didn't have the guts to come up here with a full loaded train, so we had to use the Baldwins then. So that's because the gradient is, as a fireman.
Yeah, steep enough. It's 1 in 47 to 1 in 55,
which is enough to be shoveling
that's radar level of gradient, that is.
So we are quite high. I think it's 1,313 feet here. So it's one of the highest stations in the UK, because if you've got a rack railway, that's cheating.
Yeah.
So this is natural adhesion. I don't actually know where that comes in the top, but I can't imagine there's many.
It's got it pretty high up, isn't it? Yeah, sure.
And we don't. You know, the loco will come in, run around, and go again. So not many people start here, but we do a few singles.
But people will get off and go for catch a later train down and stuff. Yeah.
So pretty simple. It's just a run-around loop.
Yeah.
Simple platform. Good for photos. Happy days.
There we go. So what we'll do now then is we'll walk beyond the head shunt to the original station site.
If we go up to the old road, we can sort of get our head into what used to be.
Gotcha. Oh, brilliant. So this area here, beyond the present day buffer stops, would have been the bridge over the original road?
Yes. I don't think there's any photos of it.
Right.
That's why it's a bit sketchy, but this was definitely the road from Talabont to Merthyr.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it would have come down here, and whether it went through that sort of embankment gap there, but then you can just about see it. So the reason why the council were quite keen to change it, I think, because it was really quite nadgery and tight and wasn't ideal for commercial vehicles. So they probably rubbed their hands with glee when the railway shut and thought, I tell you what, we're going to cut through your embankment,
wipe out the bridge,
and make a new bridge. So that's why.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of road earthworks there and all sorts of things going on. So it's difficult, but I haven't seen a clear picture of the bridge to see where it was. But certainly the road went under there.
Round there, dog-legged under it and off.
The council wrecked it all, basically.
Yeah.
So, but we now go that way.
Up to the old station. Cool. That way.
Okay, so we've left our station behind and we're in the middle of the tracks here.
Right. So this is the original Torpantau station site.
So this is what's left of it. Yeah.
Right.
So there are some bits that you can point out that sort of give us a indication of what it was and where it was.
Yes, because I'm familiar with old photographs, and you can see here that the platform edging, you can actually see right here in the grass, and the gap in between has been filled in, two platforms, one on either side. The base of one of the waiting shelters is still visible. The transition from stone to brick is actually visible in old photos as well, so that's pretty cool.
So here was 2 platforms, double track. When it came out of the tunnel, it became double track. What else was there infrastructure-wise here? Because it was we're in the middle of nowhere.
It is an extremely remote spot.
There is nothing here. So what was here and what did it serve?
Well, before it opened as a station, it was basically a place at the summit of the notorious 7 Mile bank, I think, isn't it? Where bankers or pilots could be taken off. So there were 2 sidings where the car park is now, 2 or 3 sidings. And then it later evolved into a station due to the need for a watering place for engines. Eventually, like you just said, it became 2 platforms with a passing loop, a cottage on the bank over there, a signal box pretty much behind me here, and then a shelter on each platform with the water tank in the cutting that leads towards the south portal of the tunnel. So it was quite an elaborate setup really by the end, wasn't it?
I read somewhere that the only kind of passing trade they had was people that were going fishing on the lake.
Yeah. So and I guess when the reservoirs were being built maybe as well, some workers.
There's not even any farms up here really.
No.
There's a small farm at the bottom of the path there, but there's not an awful lot more to see. A couple of walkers perhaps, but
it's incredible really that it existed.
I suppose there was a cottage here because I imagine back in the day people would have been snowed in.
Yes.
It's very remote here, so you would have had some people actually live here.
Sure, and I guess its importance as a passing place as well might have been another reason for it to be to the size it was really, because as you say, there's hardly any passing trade, is there? No.
So you said there were sidings for bankers?
Yes, over here.
Okay, fine. So would those locos have been stabled from Merthyr, do you think? Probably would.
Yeah, well, both ends I would have thought. Okay. Yeah. Whether they were Brecon engines that would return lights down to Brecon or vice versa. But I think the bank coming up to the tunnel on this side, the 7 Mile bank, is 1 in 38, wasn't it? Yeah. For 7 miles. Yeah, so that's a heck of a...
pretty relentless as a fireman,
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't on those. Yeah. So I imagine that most of the engines that would be detached here would have returned down to Brecon.
So, I mean, it's good to point out that we actually, the railway owns the track bed. We haven't fenced it here, but we own the track bed all the way through to the tunnel, beyond the tunnel, and 150 yards further the light railway order goes. So Tony had the foresight to actually think about, his ambition was to be able to use it, so it's bagged, and we can talk about the future later, but should we go and have a look at a few more bits and pieces then?
Yeah, let's see what else we can find.
Okay.
Here we go, we've got edging up here. So it hasn't all been taken up. We're back on the up platform again, and we've got some of the original anti-slip platform edging still in situ. And a gate post with a hinge on it.
So this is where it became single.
Yeah, here we go.
The other side, isn't it?
That's right. Well. Over to concrete now as well. And then we're slowly getting into the cutting, which leads up to the tunnel portal. And somewhere on the left up here should be the remains of the water tower, which was quite an unusual design with a slate roof on it for protection against the wind.
What?
Yeah, an actual roof. Yeah.
So the platform wouldn't have come to here, would
No,
it?
I think this is something else. I'm not sure what this is.
Okay.
We'll have to look at the photos for that.
Unless it's an add-on afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Plus the concrete as well.
Doesn't make
any
sense.
I don't know why they would
have.
have. No.
Okay.
Right.
The sheeps.
There's that water tower then.
It wouldn't have been that far back, would it?
It was pretty much here. Yeah, it looks like it's been demolished. Because it was a fair way into the cutting, but I don't think much further than where we are now. I imagine it was here. There's stone, there's masonry here. I think it's here. Yeah, with this post. This is where the water tower would have been.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I've come as far as I'm going because I've not got wellies on, but somebody has, because they came prepared, because they used to go in and he says he lives in wellies. So we're nearly there.
You see the entrance just up there. See the portal, the big black hole up there.
Yeah.
So I'll take the camera the last few yards.
The tunnel portals, either end, are Grade 2 listed.
Yeah.
Because they're quite magnificent. Obviously, there's a little bit of a drainage issue here. The ducks quite enjoy it.
It is one of the wetter approach cuttings I've seen. There's an impressive waterfall coming out of the cutting on one side.
So it's just a culvert management problem, really. It could be easily sorted out, but this is a very impressive entrance to a tunnel. It's hewn in the rock. The tunnel itself is hewn in the rock. So I'm going to leave you to go and look at that.
With pleasure. Okay, in the water now. So last time I was here, I was in waders, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually get up to the tunnel today, but there's the portal. It's 666 yards long on a curve. The 666 led to it being referred to as the Devil's Tunnel by some, as if it wasn't bad enough that the whole railway was called the Breakneck and Murder Railway instead of the Brecon and Merthyr Railway. There were a few runaways on the 7 mile bank, so there were a few casualties during its history. This tunnel is the highest in Britain. The highest railway tunnel, mainline that is, the highest mainline railway tunnel in Britain. There it is. Both portals are Grade 2 listed. There you go. Obviously single track all the way through. Opened in 1863, I think, and closed when the last goods went through in 1964. So just over 100 years. There it is. Very impressive portal there. And a concrete retaining wall there with drainage in it, because it is a particularly wet tunnel. explored lots of tunnels, and this is one of the wettest I can remember. Yeah, on a gentle right-hand curve through the watershed, and then out onto the Brecon side, where it descended then at that 1 in 38 for 7 miles. Very, very impressive. Ready? So back at the modern day station, but is this actually going to be the end of the line for the Brecon Mountain Railway, do you think?
So, yeah, we've talked about the many, well, only 2. It's not like Aberystwyth, which have 4. Okay,
well,
so this is
special.
The second terminus. Well, it's not a terminus, was it? Second station at Torpantau. We've talked about why this is here. So, never say never is my easy answer to that. So we have looked at, as we explained, we own the track bed to the tunnel, through the tunnel and a bit further on. But we've done a full engineering feasibility report and a commercial feasibility report about extending the line back to Telebont. So that's quite epic. 7-mile bank is, funnily enough, 7 miles long.
Well.
And as you've intimated, it is very steep and quite challenging.
Yeah.
It's a nice run, but it's actually quite a green corridor in many places. So you're going through the woods, so there's not many views. And as a commercial railway, you have to balance, would it bring us more people? Would it bring us more income versus the length? So we would get more people from that end, perhaps. You have a new station in Telebont or beyond Telebont. So it's certainly something we haven't dismissed, and we've costed it and we've put it on a shelf. So if one day somebody says, do you know, we'd love to have an epic 2-ended passenger railway, heritage railway, or even a modern railway, because let's face it, we could run battery, electric, anything in between. It doesn't have to be steam. And it's more about getting people out of the cars and into the Brecon beacons. You've seen Penavan car park, packed, absolutely packed. It's
people could use it as a service to start walks, couldn't they?
Yeah. So from here, it's very easy to climb. I say easy, it's accessible. There's a route, there's a known route. So people don't really know that. So it is like a hidden way of getting into the park. To be fair, the National Park have been very supportive of us. So that's one option, but we're talking tens of millions of pounds. So we have to look at how we would fund that or get grants for that. And it's certainly not we're going to do it. Never say never. There are other options. So there is an old construction road that went up to the Nyeth Dam, which is now disused, that would take you right into the cradle of the mountains, and it's really quite stunning. So if we wanted to extend, we would need to put a bridge over the road, probably. A level crossing is more challenging, but so it's not insignificant, and we have to be sure that that's the right thing. So
sure, there are options. Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it as a question mark. Is this the end of the line of Brecon Mountain Railway? For now, yes. Could we do more here? More than likely. But it is very remote, and our sheep are our only customers at the moment. So there we go. Does that answer your question?
I think so. Yeah, that's very informative.
So apologies, it's been quite a while since we've had a video, but we're all very busy and there's been lots going on. But we'll try a bit more regularly to perhaps deep dive into it, and we will go through the tunnel one day when I've got my wellies.
I'll bring a torch next time.
For now, thank you, and like and subscribe.
See you soon.